like by default, they'll have these things called manual pages, demand pages.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the terminal, right? You'll be able to pull up the man page from the terminal. Now, it may be a little difficult to read the command page first start. I mean, the man page first starting out, like that may be difficult, just because it's you're reading it from the terminal. It may be confusing at first, but you could always Google the man page and get like a prettier version of it, right? Or just Google a cheat sheet that types it all out for you and did everything for you. Like for HTTP responses, there's thousands of cheat sheets out there for all those responses.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'll definitely let's do that after Cyber Thursday. I'll try to find some for you, and I'll show you how to use the man pages on Linux from the terminal.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
We may even just stop during the session today and just show you one really
All
quick
right. That.
because it's pretty easy to
All
do the
right.
man.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope. Will we ever look into like a I feel like we've done it before, but it was like briefly, but I feel like looking into like an actual attack and reading the language when they, for instance, like an email, and we see like the language behind the screen as far as like, if the email has been received, and looking at the uh the address, the sender, and send it's a legitimate sender or if it's a spoofed email, or things like that.
Well, we've done a few labs with when we were capturing network traffics and analyzing the traffic to see if the sender was a legitimate sender,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
protocols, the ports, deciphering encryption versus unencrypted traffic. We did the man in the middle attacks
Mm.
on one Cyber Thursday. If you're requesting, if you want to request something specific, let me know. We can do it. We can always do that. But we've
Okay.
done. I don't know, right? If I'm nailing what you're asking, right? But because you're asking if we've done a lot of different labs from what we have in class, and then I've done the man in the middle tags in different spoofing labs, different spoofing scenarios that may address what you're looking for. But if there's something specific that you want, maybe for your job or for a job that you're looking at, then shoot it over to me. We can work on it.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Thanks, man.
No problem, bro. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Cyber Thursday. We're live and back at it. Another Thursday, another lab. But before we get started, y'all, all right, tonight we're going to be looking at is managing access controls. We're going to try and pick up from where we left off last class or last Thursday. But if y'all have noticed, we've been having a lot of students getting hired. A lot of them are getting offer letters, some of them more than one, and accepting them. One of our students is online with us today or tonight for Cyber Thursday. And before I would like him to share his experience, share what he did, how he did it, if it was worth it, right? The hurdles that he had to get over, and if he felt as if he was prepared for those hurdles. Before he does that, I want to talk about him a little bit. I always talk about our students, right? Um, this is one student who really just went up and up and beyond. He said, I'm going to do more than what they're asking me to do right now, right? In the class, we're asking you to study, right? As you all see, Kareem, Jared, Pete, Telvin, you all already you have seen some of how the material is being broken down, and you haven't seen the career development aspect yet of how we have already created a lot of things for you. Now, Dami, he can speak to that. But a lot of, and Bo, I can speak to that too. A lot of things have already been done for you. But Dami, he said, no, I really need to get the hang of what's going on. I really need these labs, these scenarios, these exercises that I'm going through. I need them to become muscle memory, right? To the point where I can see this in my sleep. And he's actually been he's been volunteering every Cyber Thursday that we've had one. He's been volunteering to do the labs over and over and over, even if he doesn't want to, even if he's uncomfortable, even if he doesn't know what's going on, he's doing them because he wants to learn. He's challenging himself, and it has paid off tremendously. So I'm gonna let him, do the rest, talk about his experience. But Dami, super congratulations, bro. You worked for it, and you still want it, right? You've already accepted the offer letter, and you hit me up today. He said, "Hey, can we finish the lab from last week?" I'm like, "Wow, okay, yeah, let's go for it." Right? Most people who accept an offer, they're gone, right? They're moving on to better things. Dami said, "Look, man, I'm still here to finish what I started." So go ahead, Dami. Congratulations, man, and the floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Toby. But yeah, looking back at the interview process, right? The labs really did help big time. I remember when I first applied to the job and they hit me up. I sent the whole job description and everything. I sent it over to Toby, and then Toby told me what labs to practice. And honestly, I think it was from about like Thursday to maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I was literally doing the labs over and over and over and over again. And I'm so glad that I did, because it made the interview so much easier, because like I actually had things to talk about. Like, mind you, like I really didn't really have, much experience. I just had the education, with it, but like the actual hands-on, I never had it until I came into this class. So because of that, it helped me big time on the interview. Like, I was able to like speak on things and like, just go above and beyond certain things, just letting them know like, yeah, I know how to do this. You feel me? Like I've done this before. And yeah, so the labs definitely helped. And also, what I learned in class as well too, they all work together. You know, um, I had my I already had the certification before I came into this class, but I still learned even more, in this class. And, on top of that, Toby helped out with the hands-on learning and everything. But yeah, this class was, it was definitely worth it. And so I would really advise you guys as well too, just make sure you pay attention, make sure you study after class, and also just do the labs. Like the labs are amazing, and it's provided in the course as well too. So really just practice as much as you can. But
Now, quick question, man. Because during the resume part, we went back and forth a lot.
yeah.
Like me and you went back and forth a lot. Do you think, well, first of all, and be honest,
hmm
was it a lot of work to do, and was it worth it?
Yeah, it was a lot. I was actually low-key getting frustrated because
Yeah.
I've never had somebody, come back at me, with like usually it'd be like one time, okay, fix this and it's done. But nah, we just kept going back and forth. And it's not just one resume. Like I think I have about like 4 different resumes for different job titles, and on top of that, when you're applying for the jobs as well, you still have to change things up. So it was a lot. It was a lot of back and forth, but it was worth it, because like because of it, I was able to get a job. So yeah, it was definitely worth it, honestly. The frustration, the everything, it was worth it. And Toby will write like comments on the side, like, "Oh yeah, fix this. Okay, be more specific with this." Like I don't know, what was it? Quantify it. That
Yes.
was a big one right there. I did
Yes.
not understand that, but Toby
Yes.
helped me with that, and I was able to quantify it. But yeah, it was worth it.
Man, the resume part, man, that's one of my favorite parts, but it's only as effective as you use it, right? I didn't do anything for Don. I mean, I assisted. I critiqued the resume as well as I could, and he had multiple. He had multiple. He had one for vulnerabilities, one for SOC, one for service desk, one just tailoring each of his specific skill sets, right? and I don't just leave one line comments. So Donnie went back over and over and over, and just kept coming back and getting it done. And it was timely, right? He wasn't waiting weeks. He wasn't waiting. There wasn't a long gap in between. He wanted to get a job. Like he wanted to get in, he wanted to get his feet wet and explore. And you did it, man. Congratulations. I don't know if anybody else has questions for Dami. It would be nice if you did. This would be a perfect opportunity to ask it. So I'll give y'all about maybe a minute or two. I don't want to put anybody on the spot though.
And before we even go forward, one thing that this was a huge lesson for me is just, timing. It doesn't, you guys probably like, oh yeah, you feel me? It was like a one and done interview and he got it. Like, bruh, I got my first I got the certification back in last June, and I didn't get that job till now. You feel me? Like, it was frustrating, the waiting and all that. But some
You
people
got certified June 2020.
2020, yeah.
Okay. And when did you started the class? Was it January?
Yeah, January.
Yeah, January. This January, yeah.
Yeah, it is January. Yeah, so like some people, it doesn't take them that long, but others, like for me, example, it took a while. So if that's your story as well, like don't be discouraged. Like it's gonna come. It's gonna come eventually, and it's gonna be big.
Yeah, yeah. I tell people that a lot, man. Don't let one interview turn you down. Right, there are multiple. It's practice. Right, the first one you may have not done as best as you could. How could you? Right, it was your first interview. You didn't know what to expect. But if you, right, the next interview is going to go one of two ways. It's either you assess what went wrong, you figure out how you could have gotten better, and then you do it. Right, it can go that way, or you can just cry about it and go back home and say, "Oh, the world hates me." Right, and Dami kept going. Right, he got certified in June. Dami got certified in June. Still kept going. He could have given up. He said, "Hey, O-line, can I get into the class?" Because I think I met Dami off of Clubhouse.
Yeah,
it was the only time I came on Clubhouse, and it was the last time I've been on Clubhouse. And he got in the course, and he accepted his offer letter this month. So it's only been about 2 to 3 months afterward. I think somebody had a question though.
I had a question for Dami. Hey, was the Security Plus the only certification you had, or you have multiple? Okay.
That was the only one that I had. That was the only one I had, or have. Still gotta work on the other ones, but yeah, Security Plus was it.
And what's your description that you got hired for, if you don't mind telling?
I'm a cyber analyst.
Cyber analyst, awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's really what I wanted.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
I think Pete had a question next.
Yeah, man. I didn't have a question. I just wanted to say, you definitely motivated me by what you just said, man. My story is, I got certified. I got the 501 about 3 years ago. So I had the Security Plus for 3 years. Actually, I went about it. I paid for it. Before I said I paid for it. I tried to take the easy route, but 3 years went by. I found Toby. So looking forward to doing the same thing you did, man. My certification expired July. So just trying to get the information. And, if I need to take the new one, I'll take the new one. If I can land a job before then, I'll land a job before then. But I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna get it, man.
Yeah, you got this, man.
And we're gonna be with you every single step of the way. Trust me. You can ask Dami, you can ask anybody else who's been through O-line. We're gonna walk with you every single step of the way until you get what you want. All right. And Dami, thank you for that, because this is what I was hoping for. I was hoping for your story to be motivational for other people who everybody's coming from a different perspective. They're going to take your story in different ways, man. And your story just planted a seed in at least one person right now. And so I really appreciate you for that, man. All right, if there are no more, wait, go ahead. Somebody had a question?
No, I just said definitely.
And thank you for that, Pete. Thank you for letting us know your story and showing the world what accountability looks like. Right? We don't see that enough, man. Thank you, or at least what it sounds like, because they can't see it. But thank you, bro. For real, we need that.
No problem. And I'll tell my story when I, achieve my goals too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm a title that Cyber Thursday, Pete Cyber Thursday. It's gonna be Pete Cyber Thursday. All right. All right, Diamond, let's go ahead and kick this show off on the road, man.
All right. All right, y'all can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so just a brief recap of what we did last week. We did the configuration of identity and access management controls. We created security policy. We were, messing around with, changing the passwords, the length, etc. And then we gave permissions. We made users. We made folders. Folders users. Different things like that. And then we gave them, the permissions, like what they could do, what they couldn't do. But that was all on Windows. So now today, we're going to do literally the same exact thing, but more on Linux. All right. So we're going to go into our virtual machine. But yeah, you guys are about to see like the difference between Windows and Linux. And in my opinion, Windows is a lot easier, but I feel like you can do a lot more with Linux, but it's a little more complicated. All right, we're going to go to our terminal. And so now we're going to add a user. We're going to add this user, Floyd, and then we're going to set his password. Now we're going to set the password for Floyd. All right, the password was updated, but the password for that was password, as you guys can see in number 3 right there. All right, so now we're going to ensure that the account was created. All right, cool. And so now we're going to create a group named sales using the group add command right there. So it's going to be group add sales. All right, we're going to confirm that that's done. All right, next we're going to create a directory called sales info, and we're going to be using the macdir command. And then we're going to create a file inside this folder or in this directory, and we're going to name it salespolicy.txt. And we're going to be using the touch command for that. So we're going to start off with the macdir command to create the directory. Click the arrow as well too. It helps you. It gives you what you need to do. Macdir sales info. All right, we created the directory. Now we're going to create the file inside of it using the touch command, which is this one right here. Touch. And y'all can see it's not as I mean, I'm sure with time and practice and all that, it's going to become easier. But with Windows, we're literally just right clicking, add, click add or whatever. But here it's like you actually have to put in commands and everything.
Yeah, definitely check out that last video if you missed the last Cyber Thursday to see what Dami's talking about.
All right, so now we're about to set the permission for Floyd. We're going to give him ownership to this directory we just made. And the sales group by using the chown -r command. All right, we can click on this to expand it. So chown Floyd sale. What the crap?
Hey, also, what he's doing right now, he's setting access controls on this folder or this directory, however you want to look at it. He's setting access controls on this now. He is saying that, well, right, he's setting ownership, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
He's setting ownership on this file, on this folder here. The ownership is Floyd is the owner, okay? And the group that this folder belongs to is called sales. So Floyd will be the owner of the group. I mean, the owner of the folder. And then the sales group would be the group it belongs to.
So quick question. Let's say he so he does user add Floyd and he creates a password, but then he does nothing after that. Does Floyd still get added?
What do you say? Ask that again?
So he creates the user Floyd in the password, but let's say he just randomly stops after that.
Mhm.
Is he in the system still, even though he's not in any type of group, or does like what happens?
So let's do that. Let's make another user. Just call it Telvin. The user add Telvin. Let's talk through what you're asking, because I'm not sure if I'm following. Lowercase Tito. Oh, don't do me. Do somebody else.
I don't know.
I don't want to name it. Do Bob or somebody. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So let's just say user add Jack.
Uh-huh.
But then you just stop. Does the user still get added here, or you have to put them somewhere?
No, he's added. So this account has been created now.
Okay.
And we can verify that, right? Type cat, CAT, space, Etsy, /Etsy, / password or PSSWD. And then hold on, hit space, do the pipe. That's going to be shift and the pipe bar towards the right next to the backward slash.
Next to the backward. Oh, wait, you're talking about this one?
Yeah, and then space and do grep for Jack, but do Jack with an uppercase J.
Grep for Jack.
Just do grep and then space Jack. No, grep space Jack. Okay. Right, we're grepping for Jack and then hit enter. So what this is going to do is going to open up this file. It's a file full of users. If you do the same command and just remove this, you'll see all of the users. But now you can see Jack's account has been created. So if you hit up twice real quick, now go back down one, and yeah, just take out the pipe, everything up, and the pipe, take it out, and hit enter. You get all these, and they see Jack right there at the bottom. So it's been created. He just didn't set a password for it yet. So Jack doesn't have a password.
Okay, thanks for explaining. I just was curious.
No problem, bro.
All right. So going back to this, we're just going to confirm that the sales group was associated with that directory right there. So yeah, now we're going to add the permissions. We're going to give Floyd the read, write, and execute permission. And then we're going to give the sales group the read and execute permission. And then everybody else, we're going to grant them no access. So, and we're going to be using the, how do you say this? Chmod?
Yep, there you go.
Chmod command. So right here we see the user, which will be Floyd. We're getting them the read, write, execute, the group, read and execute, and then others, you see the minus right here. Well, I think it's a minus, right?
Yep.
No read, write, and execute.
Yep. Good job. All right, we went over this in class, y'all, but remember, we didn't use the letters, we used the numbers. Same thing. It's doing the same thing. All he's doing right now is modifying these permissions.
All right.
Okay, it was misspelled.
So now we just got to confirm.
All right, and all this stuff right here, the scoring is just running a script in the background. The script is checking to see if you did what it asked you to do.
All right, so now we about to audit a user password, and we're going to be using, what was it, Jack the Ripper for this one.
Yeah, actually, let's do this because I don't want this video to be too long. Let's pick up from here. This is like a 14 Jack the Ripper audited and user password. Let's pick up from here next Cyber Thursday.
Cool.
Okay, y'all. Tell me before, if you don't mind, if I could share the screen real quick before we go, because class, I want to make sure y'all know where these walkthroughs are. They're for you. Everybody's using them. But I want you.
Is it YouTube?
Yeah. You should have seen it in the Discord. I'm going to show you now, though. Okay. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. All right. So where is it? All right. So here, if you go to the YouTube channel, you go to Online Security, and you go to the playlist, okay? And then you go to this playlist right here, the Cert Master Labs for CompTIA 601. Right, this is gonna have all of the videos for each lab. Walkthrough videos, right? We're actually walking through these. You're not just going through the labs to go through the labs with these walkthroughs. If you played a video game walkthrough,
Meet the Simply Unlimited plan from Google Fi.
If you played a video game before, walkthroughs, they help you understand what the heck you're doing, right? Why are you jumping up this cliff? Why are you sliding down? In regards to these labs, the walkthroughs are helping you understand what is this service you're interacting with? What is this server? What is DHCP? Why do I care about the MS1 server? Why do I care about IIS, right? The server manager tool. These walkthroughs are there to help you understand it better. If there's something, right, that it's not explaining, ask, right? Especially class, you all have access to the Discord. You know that we have a lot of people on standby waiting to answer your questions. Ask, right? If there's something that's not there, for the most part, there are. Some people leave questions in the comments, which we respond back to, and that works too, right? Just let us know. But these walkthroughs, they're gold, man. They're gold. I think they may pair them with if you pair them with with the labs, they work perfectly. Anybody have any other questions? What's up, Taria? See you join us today. Nice to see you on Cyber Thursday with us.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Anybody have any other questions before we call it a night? Everybody on YouTube, thank you for tuning in with us. We appreciate it. Definitely leave us a like if you enjoyed our session tonight. If there are no other questions, y'all, we are going to call it a Cyber Thursday. I will see you all next Thursday. Class, I will see you on Monday. Study, and everybody have a good night. Stay safe.
All right. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
All right, bye-bye.
Good night.
Have a good night.